In this video, we'll learn about Walmart. So if you're an Amazon seller and you want to expand to Walmart Marketplace, this video is for you because we will talk about Walmart, basically basics. And you will learn what you need and how to enter this marketplace. And we also talk about how you can run e-commerce business on Walmart, even if you don't have an idea how Walmart functions, because we will introduce a possibility of some help from VAs who are trained for Walmart, for brands on Walmart. So let me introduce two guests, Michal and Gilad. Hello, guys.
Hello, Gustav.
Hi. So Michal will teach us about Walmart. She helps brands to sell on Walmart Marketplace, and Gilad runs an agency for VAs. So he always has Amazon related VAs and also now Walmart help as well, right?
And I have to say that thank you for now. This time you got it right. My name, I have to say.
But
we know each other for quite some time, but you got it right.
But before you jumped in the backstage, I was like still having a wrong name in my mind. So anyway, I'm also happy. And we can start with, actually, I will mention everyone who is watching this video. If you have any questions for our guests during this session, don't forget to write them in the comment box or in the live chat if you are watching live. And also hit like, the subscribe and like button below if at any time you feel that this information is useful. And now let's introduce our guests, and let's start with Michal. Michal, can you give us an overview what you do and how you help sellers and e-commerce owners, business owners?
Yes. So yeah, I'm in the e-commerce space for almost 12 years. I started with Amazon like everyone else. A little bit more than 6 years ago, I added Walmart to my e-commerce. I already had couple. I was always from the beginning without even never had issue with Amazon, but just being careful, always had more platform. I think it's important to have couple of platform, especially those days, with Amazon, anything can happen. So you want to have plan B. So I started with Walmart, and really quickly I saw it's an amazing marketplace and start helping some friends and brands, and we see great results. So today I run an agency that we mostly help brands to launch successfully on Walmart with optimizing, running ads, and anything, full house Walmart services.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Michal. And now let's, Gilad, let's get to know you one more time. I know we have some videos with you in the past, recorded some of them. So let's do it again.
All right. So for those that, I was a speaker at your events, and but I'll present myself. My name is Gilad. I'm the founder and CEO of VA Philippines. We recruit virtual assistants from the Philippines. All our VAs are all Filipinos, whom we train specifically to work with Amazon sellers. Now, we've been doing this for 6 years now. We have over 400 VAs working with us, and we've trained them on all aspects of Amazon. However, in the last half a year, and Michal is going to talk about it, we've seen more and more activity towards Walmart. More and more sellers are asking us if we could train their VAs and how they could go and start selling on Walmart. And Walmart has done many things, which you will hear in a minute, about to making life easier for Amazon sellers to start selling on Walmart. And what we have done together with Michal here, and we'll talk about it soon, is to take these VAs and to train them in addition to Amazon to everything that needs to be known on Walmart. And this is what we're going to talk about today. Walmart trained VAs that could make your life much easier and to start selling on Walmart and maintaining the everyday activity over there.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And now I think we're ready to start with basic information about Walmart Marketplace. What do you need? How do you start? Maybe how do you transition from Amazon to Walmart, and what do you need? What tools can you use? So, Michal, let's do it.
All right. So I know by now everybody know that Walmart is there. Walmart is taking their e-commerce very seriously. They're not hiding. They are competing with Amazon. They want to get there to where Amazon is at with the e-commerce. And if we look in at this graph, you can see that their growth is massive. There is no e-commerce out there that is growing so fast and in such a crazy numbers like that. Just to compare, Amazon usually every year grow around 14% every year. Walmart in 2021, mostly because of COVID, they grew in 97%. That's like, they doubled themselves in 2 years. So that's amazing number. So we cannot ignore, if we look at, in a couple of years from now, they're getting very, very close. Walmart right now is the second marketplace in the US. They moved eBay in 2020. So they're the biggest e-commerce, and they have something like around 8% share of the e-commerce in the US. Amazon have 36 or 37%. So again, they're getting there. So I really like what Jungle Scout is doing all the time. They like to do comparison between Amazon to Walmart and giving some really interesting data in here. So if you can see, Walmart is growing year over year. When we look at Amazon, that is like, still kind of stay the same. Walmart have 429 million visitors a month, and that's a lot. Of course, Amazon have so much more, but still, that's a lot of visitors. There's like millions of people shopping on Walmart.com. So you want to be there, especially if you're a brand. You want your brand to be on Walmart. The thing that I like the most is that Walmart already have more than 3,000 location, and each location actually can function as a distribution center, a fulfillment center, and so on. Amazon right now have 570 in actual retail stores. And the things that Amazon is focusing the last couple of years is growing their retail locations. And Walmart already have that. And Walmart is the opposite. Walmart is focusing on growing their e-commerce. So it's kind of funny how they're both going to different direction. But yeah, you can see, if you want to ask me anything about this slide, you see something that you want to talk about, just let me know.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting information. So what you are showing is that e-commerce sales of Walmart is just like 2.5 times less, like 20 billion, and Amazon has 50 billion, right? Wow.
Mm-hmm. From the e-commerce, because remember, Amazon have so much more than just the e-commerce side.
Mm-hmm.
And Walmart is the same. They have a lot of the retail and other things they're doing. Each one of these companies, they have so many different, channels of income. But from the e-commerce side, they're not so far. Yeah, they're kind of slowly going to get close to each other.
Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, it's. I thought like maybe Walmart has just like 10% of what Amazon has, but it's like just very little behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
in general, Walmart is the biggest retailer in the world in the last years. Even though Amazon is big, it still never got to the numbers that Walmart is doing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I think it's amazing to see the potential in here. I mean, you see how year over year, the e-commerce sales growth. You see how Amazon is actually declining, and Walmart is getting bigger and bigger. And look, the potential here from the third party sellers, how much more you can grow on Walmart, and imagine the competition that you have now on Walmart compared to the competition that you have now on Amazon. So I remember when everybody used to talk about the golden time to go into Amazon, like in 2014, 13, 15, maybe, like everyone started to go on Amazon, and they call it like the golden rush. And it looks pretty much like this is the golden rush for Walmart, like a good opportunity of going into when the competition is nothing to compare to Amazon, and Walmart did all these steps to allow you to go in.
And Michal, we have a question from a viewer. He asks, 43% of what for Walmart? There is at the bottom 43%.
So this is how many in the US. 43% of people went and got something in Walmart. So it can be, I think this is more the physical store. So that's talking about that in average, people in the US, 75% of the people in some point got something in Amazon. 43% of people went and got something in a Walmart store. No, actually online, and 65% of people in the US in some point went and got something in a local
Physical.
store. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
But I think what's really, really interesting is that really, if we look at where is it going, it's going to really good direction, and they're putting all their focus on the e-commerce. So, where the focus is going to grow. And like Gilad said, if you guys missed your opportunity to go into Amazon 10 years ago, you have this opportunity right now with Walmart, because it's going to get there. So, yeah.
All right. We can move on.
All right. So one thing I really want to mention is how Walmart is getting a lot of traffic and keeping all these customers to stay and shop at Walmart.com is they have a program that's called Walmart Plus that is the same as Prime. So members pay around $12 a month, and they get so many benefits, even like discount on gas. And we all know people need that today. And they have the option to just go to the store and scan something and go. So Walmart was really trying to get around 10 million subscribers in the first year, and they actually got 32 million. So again, it's amazing numbers. And all these people, they know that everything they need, they will only go to Walmart.com, again, because they have the membership. So that's like a great way, to get more customers and keep them at Walmart. So let's get to this question. I know a lot of people here asking, can I sell on Walmart? Am I a good fit? Do you have any question before I'm gonna talk about that a little bit?
I don't have. I think, let's run through this.
That's what people asking all the time. So people want to know a little bit who's a good fit. So in general, Walmart is only looking for experienced sellers. So if you're completely new and you have no e-commerce, you cannot apply. You have to start somewhere. So you can start with Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, wherever e-commerce you would like to start, and then after a couple of months you can apply to Walmart. That they can see that you have kind of experience. They want to make sure you're able to ship fast from the US, and they do not like drop ship. And if you cannot ship fast, they're going to check your feedback if you sell on Amazon. So they're going to go and look at your store on Amazon to see your feedback. What are you selling? They're going to look at your customer feedback, and they want to make sure that your inventory is a good fit for Walmart. They want to make sure your prices are good. Any kind of seller is a good fit. If you're retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, private label, wholesale, any of you are a really good fit for Walmart. And you need to be registered company in the US, but there is a but. So if you're a seller from Europe and you don't have your company registered in the US, you cannot apply. But there is a couple of countries that are enrolling slowly. So if you're in the UK, you can apply with your UK business information. So you're good to go. Right now, China, Hong Kong, Mexico, Canada, India, those countries can apply with their local business information. Slowly, Walmart is enrolling more and more countries. I know they're working really hard. It's a lot of technical things, but again, slowly. But if you really want to apply, the only thing you need to do is just go open a US LLC, and then you can apply with this information. So that's really quick about that. So you're going to need W-9 or W-8. You're going to need your EIN letter if you apply with a US company. You need to make sure you have an actual address and your EIN number. And you have to apply with the URL. They're going to ask you for URL to check you. So or Amazon or Shopify, whatever you can provide, you need to provide that.
You mentioned URL. It means website address, right?
Yes, because they want to check you. They want to look.
Yes.
They want to see that even looking at when you apply and you do your application, you put an address. They're going to go to Amazon and they're going to look. It's the same address. They're going to look. It's the same company. They want to make sure you are that person from that Amazon link. They're really very strict. Their system is working really good, and it's not so easy to manipulate their system at this point. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, if you have any question and you need help, you guys can always reach out. I love to help people as much as I can with providing information about how to apply successfully. Even if you applied and you got denied, it's still possible to get an account. So something that I want to say something is really important is when you apply to Walmart and get your account and you're a brand, the first thing you should do is go and register in the brand portal of Walmart so you can protect yourself, because people like to go and copy your information and your listings from Amazon to Walmart. And there's a lot of people out there, and now you're entering Walmart and somebody's already selling your product. So again, go and register yourself so you'll be able to protect yourself. So just a couple of really quick tips. A question that I get all the time is, how Walmart is different than Amazon. What's Walmart is, how you can be successful on Walmart. How much sales should I expect selling on Walmart? So I will try to answer a couple of those. And if you have a couple more, just let me know. But the most important thing is that the biggest mistake I see sellers doing is they're copying all their listing information, the title, the description, the bullet point, they copy that and they just pasting that into Walmart, and they think that's okay, and it's gonna, they're gonna get good result as they get in on Amazon. But no, because Walmart first guideline is everything have to be unique. This is, there's a lot of things behind the SEO that Walmart is doing. So there is a reason for that. So when you create your listing on Walmart, if you want to be very successful and rank really nice, make sure you're creating unique content and you're following the guidelines and you're optimizing it by Walmart, because Walmart sometimes will have a different keyword. So do your research. Today you have a lot of tools. There's Helium 10 that give you all the tools for Walmart, and you have another software called DataSpark, and there's another one that's called Wally Smarter. All three of those can help you get keyword research and help you optimize and and see data, how much this product is selling, and you can see a lot of information. One of the things that Walmart is very different than Amazon, that Walmart is scoring each one of your product. So there's a way for you to go and see the score and fix it. So make sure you're doing that, because once you fix it, you're going to have a better placement. So you're going to rank better, you're going to get more sales. And the best thing that when all your listings have a really high score, you get a pro seller badge that help you create trust between you and your customer. Using WFS, the same as FBA, so Walmart fulfillment is very recommended. We see growth of 50% in sales when customer is shipping his inventory to Walmart fulfillment. And again, Walmart have the option to run ads. You can even have a couple of option to do free ads. So you have tags to create more traffic, and you have the ads that are similar to Amazon PPC. So again, if you want to be successful on Walmart, take the time and launch yourself correctly or get help. Again, this is why we're here, I think. Do we have questions?
Yeah, I think we have a question about the tools. Can someone... No, not the tools. There was somewhere about the tool. Yeah. Can someone write the keyword search tools, please? So yeah, basically you mentioned few ones. Maybe you can repeat again.
Yeah, I can put it in the chat so you can post that. So Helium 10, everybody know Helium 10. The other one is DataSpark. So it's
DataSpark.
let me put it right here. .co, DataSpark, and Wally Smarter.
And so, Helium 10 is integrating with Walmart pretty well, and yeah.
Yeah, so Helium 10 and DataSpark, both software can integrate with your account to get more information. All three softwares have great Chrome extension, like Helium 10 have X-Ray, and Wally Smarter have something similar that you can see the page and you can see the history of sales of each product, how many units it sells every month, how many sellers, and there's a lot of really good information. Like, I'm selling on Walmart 6 years ago. I didn't have those tools till like the last year. So this year it's easier than ever to sell and to be really successful.
I think that's also another proof of the way things are going. When you see more and more tools suddenly focused on Walmart, you know where this is all headed.
I see if there are a few questions from Pete. He says, I have a product that sells for $20. You have two choices with Walmart. If you go with seller fulfilled, you likely have to offer free shipping. Oh, it's like, in that case, you need to mark up the price, account for the free shipping.
That's a great question that I get a lot.
There are two more parts. So the choice is to go with a Walmart fulfillment center, probably, or something. What is the service? And however, if you do that, it will charge the customer for the shipping if they are not a Walmart Plus customer, which I believe still majority of buyers. So what is your recommendation?
So I get this question a lot, and we're following orders of like hundreds of accounts of our customers that all using WFS, and we have a proof and we have data that you will sell 50%, and even Walmart is advertising that once you use WFS, you will sell 50% more than if you do merchant fulfill. And the reason why is the same as Prime. If customer doesn't have Prime, he will pay shipping. The same with Walmart. Customer will do the Walmart Plus to avoid shipping. B, they will add things to their cart in $35, and that's what most customers do. Because if they buy something from you in $20, they're already on Walmart.com, they will add something more. They're not gonna just buy it and go. And the third option, some customers will just pay the shipping, but from the data we went through, we see that customers actually don't pay shipping. So either they're Walmart Plus or either they're adding stuff to their cart to avoid paying shipping.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, and here again is the contact of Michal at ecreativeteam.com. And talking about the teams, I think it's time to talk about Gilad's service, or whatever, service which you are providing for Amazon sellers and Walmart sellers. And I will ask Michal to mute the microphone because we get some extra noise. And so Gilad, you are helping Walmart sellers with VAs, right? Who are trained, and basically sellers don't need to do anything.
Yeah, let me share my screen and we'll go from there. It's going to be easier. So hold on a second. Present, share the screen. All right, so here we go. Let me know if you see my screen.
Yes, we see it.
All right, so basically we're going to start with the question that something that I hear a lot these days. I'm currently selling on Amazon, but everyone is talking about Walmart these days. Now we know why, and the idea is that we have a lot of sellers, and this is actually perfect for any Amazon seller because, like Michal explained over there, you need to have previous experience as a seller, and you cannot come to Walmart and start selling if you don't have this experience and they're checking it. So it's perfect for any Amazon seller looking to expand their business and growing it beyond Amazon. And like I applied on the title here, you don't really have to be an expert on Walmart on day one. You will become an expert once starting to sell, but you don't have to waste time now to start getting to know all this process. Remember that when you started selling on Amazon, also you were not an expert in the beginning. So now it's the right time, and now it's the right timing to start selling. And this is where the VAs go in. So what we do is we took this project about 6 months ago, where we worked together. We partnered together with Michal and her team, who is truly an expert on Walmart, and I definitely recommend her services, even from in the beginning, to start your activity on Walmart, to establish the account, and helping you with the creative ideas for your listings. We partnered together, and we started to build a training specifically for our VAs. Remember that, just a reminder, what we do is we specialize in filtering VAs from the Philippines, and it takes us a lot of time to find the right people. We're looking for VAs that are really eager and capable of learning new things, complicated things. So, the fact that they have proven to us, these VAs, that they're able to learn Amazon to a very high level. We have very high level PPC VAs, Seller Central VAs, and for them to go in and to learn Walmart was actually much more easy. I mean, much easier than we thought. And we partnered together with Michal, who took this project together with us to train our VAs on anything that they need to know in order to help Walmart sellers. And I'm going to go a little bit and talk about what a Walmart VA can help you with. And in order to do that, let's go back into, I'm going to share, hold on here. I'm going to share the screen in here, and we'll go over the actual syllabus of the training. Hold on.
And while Gilad is searching for his screen, I wanted to remind to everyone watching that you will find links to Gilad's and Michal's websites below in the description. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Recently, we reached 15,000 subscribers and 1 million views. So let's do another 2 million views, 1 more million views in the next week. It's impossible unless we manipulate the traffic to our videos, but we will not do that.
All right. So basically, the idea is that to show you that we took the Amazon VAs. Think about all the things that you need an Amazon VA to help you with. If you already have a VA helping you on Amazon, you'd know that you have all the everyday activity that repeats itself day after day on Amazon. For example, like creating the listings, using flat files, doing the keyword research, optimization, checking for indexing on regular basis, doing customer service. Remember that on Walmart, it's actually a condition exactly as on Amazon. You need to have somebody dedicated to answering people on time, doing the right customer service, shipment plans, inventory management. Even with WFS, you need to have creating the shipments and so on. Even replying to customers and reviews and so on. So basically, very, very similar to Amazon. You cannot do everything yourself. If you are going to get stuck in doing everything yourself on Walmart in addition to Amazon, then it's going to get messy. The idea is really to have a dedicated VA that could do all the everyday activity on Amazon and on Walmart the same. So I'm going to just go over the syllabus that we've created together. It will be very similar to what you already know that you're already doing. It's starting at, introduction to Walmart, creating the accounts, or adding all the settings that when you're creating your accounts, financial settings, administrative, shipping options, and so on. But we continued over there to everything that's connected to the catalog, like creating the listings, using the spec or manually tracking of the feedback of the status of errors, inventory checks, pricing updates, maintenance, all the everyday work that needs to be done on checking your listings. Remember that, like Michal said, your listings on Walmart get a score, and using this score, it's called the growth on Walmart. So using the score, you can actually you can actually see how many people will be exposed to your products. So if you have a very low score, then Walmart will not expose you to the right people, and you get very few sales. The idea is that you have your VA checking this on like the everyday activity, the maintenance of your listings, in order to check that you have a high score. And if something goes wrong there is a change in the score, you notice it immediately, and then you go and check what it is. Is it the right keywords? Maybe something changed over there. Maybe it's a review or a problem, any other problem. So the VAs, they're trained on the everyday activities. Like, see here, it looks very familiar, like creating the orders, returns and refunds, disputes, creating cases, initiating dispute processes. So all the everyday activity on Walmart, including all the analytics and like I said, the growth and the pricing opportunities, all of them are something that you need to have somebody checking with you on regular basis, managing your inventory, reports, the dashboards. So you can see a very thorough training that the VAs learned in order to really give you the support that you need in order to sell on Amazon. This includes also understanding all the different tools that are relevant to Walmart sellers. You mentioned the Helium 10. So Helium 10, of course, they have all the features for Amazon, but they also have Frankenstein and Scribbles specifically for Walmart, and you can use them if you know how to use them. And this is what we did. We trained the VAs on the relevant part of Helium 10 in order to do a very good keyword research dedicated for Walmart. If you think that it's, you have a listing on Amazon, you just take this listing, you copy paste it, and you put it on Walmart, it's not going to work. Walmart, they have their own way of deciding if this listing is relevant or not. They have their own way of doing keyword research and scoring of your listing. So completely different way of building your listing. And this is why you need these tools dedicated for Walmart. Same thing with DataSpark, same thing, with Wally Smarter. So it's all about understanding the different tools that are relevant to Walmart. Going back to the screen, the presentation before, hold on.
And again, I wanted to mention and remind everyone, if you have questions to Gilad or Michal about Walmart, don't hesitate to write them in the comments. If you're watching live, write them in the live chat, and we will ask them to answer those. Even if you're watching the replay, we will ping them to provide you answers. So we see Gilad's presentation. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, the idea is really to have a dedicated person to work with you. You can hire this VA full-time job, part-time job. We do have a minimum of 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. So in these 3 hours, the VA can help you on both Walmart and Amazon, actually. But, if you're a big seller, then you obviously need more hours of the VA. The rates starts at $6.5 an hour for Walmart trained VAs. So you can see it's very affordable, and think of the opportunities that you have when starting to sell on Walmart. A little bit about us. We, VA Philippines, like I said, we're matching Amazon and Walmart sellers now with skilled and dedicated virtual assistants from the Philippines. Because the VAs over there, they have very good English level. They're really customer service oriented, dedicated. Here for the long run, we invest a lot of time into finding the right people. It takes us almost 2 months to find the right VAs because we're looking for their potential, motivation level, dedication, and ability to learn complicated things such as Amazon Seller Central and Walmart interface. So we create intensive screening process and comprehensive Amazon and Walmart training. And also it's accompanied with a smooth integration and support both to you as sellers. So if you're selling already on Amazon, but now you need the help from us to understand what it means and to help you to build a schedule of work for the VA and understanding which type of task the VA can help you with on Walmart. So that's exactly what we do. We're going to connect you with a manager from our side that will prepare you for the arrival of the VA, guide you with all the different details, and help you to get the maximum out of the work with your VA. And on plus of that, we continue to create ongoing trainings for the VAs all the time. There are always updates on Walmart. Like you see, it's growing fast, and it's hard to keep up with all the new activities that they're creating specifically for e-commerce. So we're creating tutorials and trainings on a monthly basis in order to make sure that the VAs, they continue to be updated and grow together with Walmart on e-commerce. So everything from Walmart interface to PPC on Walmart, which we have specialized PPC VAs that are, it's different type of people dedicated specifically for PPC, really analytical type of people that are really good with Excel, analyzing data, and so on. And their training was on both Amazon PPC and Walmart PPC. So all of this is something that we do. I just wanted to show this here and say that if you want more information, because we can talk for hours here about the training and how to work with the VA and which mistakes to avoid. But I did want to make it short and really present you the idea of why now is a good opportunity to go and start selling on Walmart, and why you can do it much easier with the help of a dedicated and trained VA. So if you want to have more information, I'll be happy to discuss this. You can scan this code or just visit us at the website vaphilippines.com, or write down to service at vaphilippines.com, and we'll be happy to answer.
Perfect. Very good. We will have few questions for you both. I don't know who will be able to answer. But again, if you want to check out for the links, you will find them below in the description as well. I see Pete has an interesting question. So he's asking, what do you think of all those synchronicity apps that are out there that promise to sync listing information between like Shopify, Amazon, and Walmart? So he says that he finds these kind of services, initially they start well, but inevitably they can't stay synchronized. Do your VAs are using such applications, and if not, how do they re-upload products? So let's start about answering if you recommend to use this kind of sync apps if you have multiple marketplaces.
Yeah. You want to take it, Gilad?
No, Michelle, you can answer the technical part, and I'll refer to the part of the VA.
Yeah. So I think he says something interesting. You know, they might work, and then they're so it will do the job. It will transfer your listing to Walmart, but then it's gonna be a little messy because again, it's when you transfer everything, it's transferred by how it's set up on Amazon.
Mhm.
So it's not following Walmart guidelines. The title is going to be extremely long. Walmart like their titles 75 characters. Amazon titles are like 150 characters. So that's the problem. The attributes are different. So all the back end is not going to be in there. So it's really how you want to do that. Do you want to transfer your item and launch them so they're going to rank high right away? Or you want to transfer them, they're just going to be on walmart.com, and maybe some customer might find them and buy it. So I would say that it really depends what your goals. I do not recommend that. I recommend to do it the right way, because it might gonna save you time in the beginning, but then you're gonna need to go to one by one and fix the stuff. So that can take like days, if not weeks, to do that. It depends how many SKUs you have.
All right. And Gilad, about part of talking about VAs.
Yeah, so I think that the idea that you have a VA is that you can afford to do the extra mile and to have somebody dedicated to do an actual keyword research dedicated for Walmart, instead of doing the easy way, which is not really the best way and the guaranteed way to get more sales, which using these apps, because like you both agreed, it's basically taking whatever you have on Amazon and doing some adjustments to put it on Walmart, but it will not really create what buyers are looking for and what Walmart is actually wanting you to do in order to create the listing. So this is why we train the VAs on manually doing the keyword research, using all the tools that we mentioned. I mean, like I said, DataSpark is working very well. Wally Smarter is actually became part of Carbon 6, and they get a lot of attention these days. So it's a very good recommendation to use, and we're in process of training the VAs also on that. So definitely use your VA to do what other people are not doing. Instead of doing the things that everyone is doing because it's easier, take it to the next step and sell better.
Perfect. Thank you. And I see there are some comments where it's our listener EZ. He says, I use VAs for my e-commerce business, and probably he's using, or she, for Walmart, and my Walmart sales are pitiful compared to Amazon for the same products, which I hear from a lot of sellers.
Yeah.
And he's
yeah,
you want to comment?
Yeah, that I hear it a lot, and then I tell them, can I please, I will review. By the way, if somebody have listings already on Walmart, please send me an email. We have a free review, so we will review your product on Walmart and give you feedback and tell you exactly what you need to fix. And then, so I get a lot of sellers coming to me and say, yeah, I'm on Walmart, I'm not selling, and then we go to their listing and we see the copy paste everything from Amazon. So their score is very low and they're not ranking. Customer cannot find them. And once we go and we fix things, a week, 2 weeks later, they start selling 20% more, and then sometimes even more than that. So just by fixing or from the beginning launching it correctly, you will see great result. You're not going to see some product will have around 20 to 30% sales compared to Amazon. Some product actually going to make more money on Walmart. There is a lot of products, and I have it in a couple of presentations that I show product that actually making so much more money on Walmart than Amazon. So it really depends what you're selling. Not every product will be successful on Walmart. The same it's on Amazon, but in general, you should have 20 to 30% sales of your Amazon numbers.
And the same listener says that customer support on Walmart is much better than Amazon.
I'm
You
happy
both
to
agree?
hear
Yeah. Okay, we have another question from Elizabeth. I only have one product doing well. I want to expand to Walmart. Should I wait until I have more products?
No, go ahead and apply and start. There's no better time.
No, wait. And Saji is asking Gilad, you have only Philippine VAs?
Yes, we our company name is VA Philippines. We like I said, we recruit VAs only from the Philippines. There is a logic to it. The idea is that not only that it's easy to work with people from the Philippines. They have a great English level and they're very much loyal and dedicated to work with you. But because of all our VAs are from the Philippines, it allows us to create this community life in which we really support them. Not only financially, but actually like celebrating their birthdays, having events in the Philippines, meetups. I go back and forth over there, so we created this community that is really strong, and the VAs, they help each other. And these VAs, they stay with us for years because of this connection. They see this almost as a second home to them. And it's something that's, possible for us to do because they're all in the same place. So we can have all these physical meetings.
Amazing. And let me check for more questions. Elizabeth says, can you specify when you are talking about wholesale products versus private label? I don't know exactly what she means.
I'm not sure about your question, but if you're wholesale or private label, you can sell on Walmart
as well. So you don't need to have your own brand that you can resell. You can be reseller on Walmart
you can be a reseller, exactly.
And do you think Walmart is suited more for cheaper products?
No, not at all. Actually, Walmart is targeting the e-commerce. There's Walmart stores and there's Walmart e-commerce. The kind of different right now because the Walmart.com is actually working and getting big name brands into the platform. So they're running and they're contacting any brand out there. There is even luxury brands. So they are creating a platform that shopper can find anything. The same as Amazon. They want to be a place when you come to find anything you have in mind. So Walmart.com is not really just focused on cheap products. You can go and find, big brand name on there as well.
Perfect. And I see a happy viewer. EZ says, thank you for great webinar. I will definitely contact Michal and Gilad. And talking about contacts, here is the contact of Michal and here is the contact of Gilad. And I have another question. So let's say if someone is selling on Amazon, should they consider to transfer all the products to Walmart? Or maybe like there might be some issues, maybe some categories are not allowed in Walmart, or maybe it's better to start with few products?
Yeah. So my answer is list as much as more. That's what Walmart want, and they're advertising it. When you have your account, you're gonna have like pop-up coming every day when they're saying we need inventory. Now they posted yesterday, we want inventory in outdoor and gardening. Add inventory, and you only pay half like the seller fees. So they want you to come and add inventory, and they're giving you so many promotions just for you to create more offer, because the catalog of Walmart doesn't have, like 600 million products like Amazon. They have even half than that or less than that. So they really wanted to add more offers. So I always say add as much as more. I see that my most successful sellers and brands are the ones that constantly adding products to the catalog. They're growing extremely fast. It's funny because the question that not a question, it's something that I see a lot, is that somebody's selling something on Amazon and then Amazon decided to close that category, or now they're asking for too much document, or they just close his listing, or all the stories with Amazon, and then this seller is stuck with all this inventory. So I see many of them transferring to Walmart and in overnight becoming so successful. And the reason why, because now the customers cannot find this product on Amazon. They can only find it on Walmart. So Walmart is not doesn't have restrictions of approval for categories or brands. There's it's like tiny percentage. So right now it's open. You can sell almost any category and any product. So like I said, there's no better time to launch on Walmart as right now.
And I wanted to ask Gilad, do your VAs provide product opportunities for Walmart? Do they do search specifically for Walmart?
Yeah, it's basically the same idea as on Amazon. There are specific criteria. There are ways to find identify good products on Walmart, both for wholesale and for private label. It's a part of our training. Like on Amazon, I would have to say that this really requires also your knowledge of what you want to sell, because it's different from any Amazon seller that wants to start selling on Walmart and they will just transfer their existing products here. You will need to know what's your budget, what are your criteria. So it's a bit different than just selling what you already are selling on Amazon and putting it on Walmart. Here we can give the VAs the tools so they would know how to use all the right features into finding the right keywords, the calculating all the fees and all the costs and the shipments in order to calculate the profits. And find for you good solutions, and also after that, even helping you to find suppliers for these products on Alibaba, for example, like asking 20 different suppliers the right questions and giving you the report exactly of what's the cost, the manufacturing time, and so on, and also doing the competitor research inside of Walmart, so you would know what's selling, what's not selling, and how many users. All these tools already exist, and not like Michal said that when she started there was nothing. So now these tools exist, and it helps us to find good products. So yeah, it's a part of the training that we give the VAs.
All right. And can VA help with managing customer inquiries and complaints, customer service?
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, this is something that is crucial, specifically on Walmart. You have to make a good impression. You have to respond fast. Not only if you're selling your products and not using the WFS, but you need to have your customer support. So our VAs, we have different departments. So the Walmart department, we are looking for VAs that are really customer service oriented. So they're really good in expressing themselves in English. They're really good in understanding the client's problems and the customer's problems, and they can definitely help you in either answering through the platforms of Walmart, or even calling people on the phone, or if you have their information afterwards, or then contacting them, chatting with them, and so on, in order to give the best customer service. I would say that's one of the most important things on selling on Walmart.
All right. We have few questions. One is from Fran. Can your VA upload products to Walmart? Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
They can do it either manually, or using what we call like the flat files. They can do the same and upload a lot of products at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Sajid is asking, have you covered Walmart account setup procedures? I don't think so, but what could be the best resource to help out with that?
So couple of ways to get a little bit more information is you can find me on Selling on Walmart Marketplace. I have a Facebook group that is free. and I'm just answering questions there. We go live, so you guys can always come and join that group. We have great resources, as well as you can go on sellingonwalmart.com, and I have a couple of free guides in there as well. So you can get some more information. So I'm putting the link right now, so you guys can look at that as well.
All right. And Rita says, I am 53 years old and I have no experience in any of this, but I want to try. Is success possible for someone like me?
That's a great question. Like I mentioned in the beginning, as long as you can show them any kind of e-commerce experience, I would say go ahead. And Walmart is probably, I think, the easiest platform to see success those days really fast. I do have a couple of people in my mastermind that are completely new. They came and they're just like, okay, and they're already doing amazing. So Walmart is a great platform to, I think today, to succeed faster than Amazon. Amazon can be very competitive in some products.
I think one of the reasons why we built this training of the VAs is to help sellers that do not know anything about Walmart and they want to start selling on Walmart. And this is why we took our VAs that you can trust on them, they have the knowledge, and then we train them specifically on doing all the tasks that needs to be done on a regular basis on Walmart. So you don't really need to be an expert on Walmart. It doesn't mean that you should count on your VA to do everything for you and go do other things. You should be there and starting to get to know Walmart and become an expert on Walmart. So this could become more like a team's work and you can manage your VAs. But in the beginning, you should use this opportunity now to start selling. And like Michal said, you need experience before in order to get into Walmart. But once you have this, then you should join in and add products over there.
Okay. Next question. I'm planning a new order for Amazon inventory with my FNSQ 2000 units. Should I order 200 extra just with UPC and send to my home?
Yes, and yes.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead and do that. I really recommend you doing that. Yeah.
All right. And Sajik is asking for Facebook group name. Can you?
Yes, of course.
Yes. And Easy is asking, Gilad, I can use your VAs for both Amazon and Walmart. Is it correct? I think you have two different VAs.
The thing is this: we until we started training VAs on Walmart, we had Amazon focused. So we had Amazon VAs, PPC VAs, social media VAs, but all dedicated for Amazon. Once we started training Walmart VAs, then we took the Amazon department. So it's already VAs that were trained on Amazon. They are Amazon experts, and now in addition to being Amazon experts VAs, they're also trained on Walmart. So a Walmart VA would actually be able to help you on both Walmart and Amazon.
Great. And let me share what's the name of your Facebook group? I see the link.
Selling on Walmart Marketplace. You just
yeah, because we cannot display link on the screen. It will not look
okay.
good.
So just go to Facebook and write selling on Walmart Marketplace and look for a group with my face.
Okay. Yeah. So if you would like to join Michal's group on Facebook, search for Selling on Walmart Marketplace. And this is the exact name of that group, and you can get more information. I see there are 3,500 people, and you will get your questions
we have amazing sellers, and sometimes people asking question, and I see it a couple of minutes later and already 20 people answering. So it's a really great community of people that just want to succeed on Walmart.
Perfect. All right, thank you very much, Michal and Gilad. Maybe one more time, very shortly, what you are offering to the sellers community, and the contacts we will also leave below in the description. So, Michal, one more time, very briefly.
Yeah, so again, I'm helping brands to launch successfully on Walmart. If you're already on Walmart, I will be happy to give you a free feedback, free review, and for your community, if somebody need want to have like 15-minute consulting call, I'm happy to offer that as well, and to help you guys to join Walmart and be successful in Walmart.
All right. And Gilad?
Yeah, so we help Amazon sellers that want to start selling on Walmart and they have no idea how to do it. Actually, to start selling on Walmart using VAs that were dedicated and trained specifically to work on Walmart and do life much easier for them on the everyday.
And the last question before we leave. I don't have time to arrange shipments to Walmart. Can VAs help with that?
I'll make it very simple. It's everyday activity, every task that you can think of that is technical, that maybe you're doing it yourself at the moment, but that could be done by somebody else with the right training. Then we covered it with our Walmart training. So including shipment plans, inventory management, definitely something that not you should be doing on a regular basis yourself, not on Amazon and not on Walmart. It's something that we train our VAs.
Amazing. Thank you very much. And goodbye and good luck in your business and in Walmart. Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, guys.
And now I would like to invite you to watch other video with Gilad, where he talks about VAs for your Amazon advertising management and running campaigns and PPC. So check this out.